Boom, bitch. I got a camera now. So we are good to go. I'm very excited to finally be making some trade recaps and whatnot. I want to go over some of the charts with you guys. This is the only mic I have, so we're just gonna have to roll with it right now. But I wanted to go over trade recaps. So I post a lot of psychology videos, but I just want to quick get into this one. So today is um, August 9th, and I just want to go over what happened today. So let me just get back to the beginning of today. So this was about market open or so. Let me make sure. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I go to the 4 hour. I mark out all my levels. I got London high here, previous day highs, what that means, previous day low, London lows, Asia, and then we have this 4 hour gap right here. So looking at this, I was we're in bullish order flow, as you can see. We're higher highs, higher lows. And I really have no reason to be bearish other than I see this 4 hour gap right here looking like it's going to get... Okay, so, I mean, it's very small. It's very small. But if you go to the 1 hour, there are a couple other gaps that you were going to see get closed on. Specifically this one. That one right there is kind of the one that I was looking at for the most part. And I thought, well, if that closes below... If that inverses that 1 hour gap, then I really wouldn't be that bullish anymore. Especially because just looking at it, I mean, we would have to take out. We would have to go higher, or I'm sorry, we would have to go lower to take out some type of liquidity before we would even want to start to go up. And so market open, yeah, this candle. So I mean, we would have to take out. I mean, I guess these lows, and then at that point we'd be at Asia lows, and then from there the draw would be so much higher compared to just all of these down here. So I was a little more bearish than anything. So that being said, I would want to see price trade higher before I take anything. But I didn't really end up seeing that at all. I was looking for 15-minute gaps. There really wasn't any. I was looking for 5-minute gaps. There really wasn't much. Okay, so right here, damn. So right here is the first form of, I guess, manipulation, as you can see, that we got. So I saw this. I saw we swept these lows. I think on ES we also ended up taking out these. For a minute, we had an SMT. Oh, it was with these lows. We had an SMT here. Didn't care about it. Or, wait, no, psych. That's actually the trade I ended up taking. I thought it was this one. So this was the trade that I ended up taking. I saw we swept out this. And we made an SMT with these Asia lows, which is what this is right here. So I will kind of run through what I saw first to take this. So I was bearish. But I wanted to see how we reacted off of this. So I saw this SMT external. I believe we got an internal one as well. It was this. I believe it was this one right here. Yeah. It was this one right here. I believe we had made an SMT, an internal one. Because this was at, when was this at? About, am I tripping right now? Am I tripping dick? Oh, I'm totally tripping dick right now. I wish I could have my executions on. Okay, this is actually, okay, yeah. This is pre-market. Oh, golly, bro, I'm tripping up right now. Yeah, this was the actual trade that I took. So we took out Asia. We took out these Asian lows. And then we started to react. I also saw this 15-minute gap that we had over here. It was, I believe it was this 15-minute gap right here. I saw this gap. I saw we touched into it perfectly. We started respecting that gap after sweeping these lows as well. This is where we ended up getting a 1-minute SMT that I don't really care about that much. I don't really care about internal SMTs that much. I'm more looking for like external, and what I mean by external is higher time frame ones, 5 minute, hourly, maybe even 4 hour, where we take out hourly lows on one index and other one we don't. That's kind of more what I'm looking for. It just means a little bit more to me and the market. So that's what I'm looking for overall. So I wait for it to bounce out of this. I see we get some pretty good displacement. I believe I took a 30-second, which you can't see on here. I believe the 30-second was about right here is pretty much where it was. And I got in on this candle right here. I put my stops down at this low, so and I brought my high or my TP all the way up there. So my confluences were we swept these Asian lows from right here. We swept those Asian lows. We bounced out of this 15-minute. We got displacement out of it, and we inversed a 30-second gap in here. That was the I believe the highest inversion of the leg that I wanted to see get hit. Yeah, I mean, it was the only one really. And I still liked it just because of the displacement that we were starting to get out of it, especially when I saw this candle right here. It came down a little bit. It actually almost stopped me out. I think I was, yeah, just around like right here or something like that. Or maybe this was my entry. I wish I could see my my entries. But yeah, I think this was because it was a 1-to-1. I think this is what it was. This would have been perfect. And I wanted to go for these highs. So I saw this. This is also the point where I went break even as well. I just really didn't trust it. Like I said, I was pretty bearish on the day. So especially after seeing this 1 hour close, I closed heavy and inverse this gap. I really didn't want to risk it that much. So I thought, well, it's still good. We're still bouncing on this 15. We sweep liquidity. We got an inverse. I still like it. It was probably like a B+ setup for me. So I still wanted to take it. I was still willing to put money on the table for it, and so I did. This was the trade right here. So my break even was really quick. I think it was about 13 points in profit that I went break even, and I ended up getting break even on this trade, as you can see. I didn't take any profits at these highs because one, my entry was a little scuffed. I mean, it was a 1-to-1 even just at these highs up here, as well as in my head, this is all low resistance liquidity. So if we're gonna sweep one of these, we're gonna sweep all of these. Unfortunately, we didn't get all of that, and that's just kind of how it plays sometimes. But that is what I was looking for. So I mean, I was up a hefty amount. I was probably up. I think I risked eight micros on this. I didn't want to go full mini because of how fucking long this stop loss was. This was a 40-point stop, which is, or damn near 40.35 point stop. So it was a pretty hefty bag that I was not really willing to. Oh, that won't let me do it on the replay. That I really wasn't looking to risk that much, especially with the conditions that I showed. So I ended up risking like $500 on each account. I traded 8 accounts. So what, about 4,000, and I think at this point I must have been up. Well, it was probably just over 500, maybe 560, 600 each account. So at this point, I was probably up about $500 each account. So I was probably up $4,000, but I didn't. I don't know. The strategy didn't call for it. So I just didn't bother. Taking it, especially with the market. So it is what it is. On Monday, I didn't bother trading at all either, just because it was a pretty price action was pretty shitty. I mean, I can take a look at it, but it really wasn't anything special. So if I go here, was it 9th today? So we'll just go over it pretty quickly. So this is pretty much market open right here. I'm marking out my levels, so I see, well, we started ripping pretty freaking high. I think that's what it was. We were just ripping high. So on the 1 hour, I think I was